Welcome to the barn at Red Dog Farm. This is a project 18 months in the making and years in the dreaming about. It was made possible by a grant from the S.J. Edwards Foundation, a longtime supporter of Red Dog Farm. And now it's going to help the organization help hundreds of animals that come through the nonprofit every year. Lauren, tell us about this new barn.
Sure. This has been a labor of love for sort of 18 months. It's been a while to kind of build it and come up with the idea and create it, and it finally came to fruition. We purchased the farm in 2019, and when we moved out here, there was a small office space, which was a former house, and a small 4-stall barn and no fencing. And so over the past few years, we added some fencing in, and a very kind and wonderful donor came to us and said, I don't think that barn is big enough. And we said, You're right, it is not. 4 stalls is not enough for the volume of animals that need to come through our program. But we're just not there yet in being able to kind of build the next step. And they said, we want to make that happen for you. And they said, what's on your wish list? And so we started putting together our wish list and building our dream barn in many ways. And so we are now excited that the dream barn is here and that we've already doubled the number of horses that have come through our program as a result of having the barn.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the need and all the animals that come through here, the types of animals, the number of animals, where they come from, where they go.
Yeah, so the animals come to us in a couple of different ways. They either are owner surrenders, they're strays, or they may come to us through, sort of animal shelters or animal control referrals. And we do everything from horses to hamsters. Clearly, we're not going to house a hamster in the barn.
Well, they could be in like one of the offices.
Yes, in one of the offices or something along those lines. But yeah, the new barn is primarily for farm animals and for the horses that need to come into our program. So it's sort of the center of the wheel of our foster network situation. So we are still very heavily reliant on foster homes and foster farms to do the work that we do, but this is a great starting hub and spot for those animals to come in and get medical work and behavior assessments and all those things.
About how many animals come through the program on a yearly basis?
So this year we are at 450 animals in total that have come through the program. 125 of those have been in that farm animal category. So we are busy. We still have, 2/3 of a quarter left before the end of the year. So we imagine that number will continue to grow as well.
So talk about the new barn. What's the space like?
So we have 14 bays, 12 of which are stalls. One is a feed room and one is a wash stall as well too. So it's great. We're not having to hose horses and wash horses and stuff, in the grass or on the mud, which we're happy. Yeah, where they get dirty again. It worked for a really long time, but it's nice for us to be able to do some heated, some medicated. The bay gives us some more options and some more flexibility to accommodate the needs of the animals. So then the front portion of it is designed to be a meeting space. It has a restroom, and then it also has a small tack room as well too.
Okay, so to have this now, how does it feel?
It feels great. It feels a little bittersweet because it's kind of, come to an end. You spend so much time working on building something like this and putting so much thought into it that it's a little surreal that we're finally here and we've been able to do that, and that we're already starting to see the impact that the new space has for us. So.
And you're already thinking about what's next, I know.
We are thinking about what's next, but we're also going to take a hiccup and use this space and realize sort of what the next step is or what the next need is. And then we also want to give a shout out to our stall sponsors who were so kind the past 2 years, took a leap of faith with us. And basically the first round of stall sponsors helped us put everything into the stalls. So the water buckets, the hay nets, the feed zones, all of that is the floor mats, all of that is a result of those first year stall sponsors who took that leap of faith with us. And then this year's stall sponsors are helping us pay for the food and the grain and the medical work for all of those animals that are coming through each of those different stalls as well too.
So how can you get involved?
Yeah, so the first thing to do would be to probably either follow us on Facebook or on Instagram, and then you can also visit our website. Our wish lists are there. You'll see story updates about each of the animals. You can apply to foster, you can apply to adopt, and we do right now have some minimal volunteer opportunities. We're hoping to grow that in 2025, but right now we really needed to kind of focus on the animals. We're seeing a 25% increase in the number of animals coming through our program this year alone, and so that has been has been a lot of what we've had to spend our time on, as well as then the hurricane efforts that we have helped with in the past month. That has also kind of added to all of that as well.
There are going to be opportunities to tour the barn in the coming months, so make sure you follow them on social media to keep up with that. And you can get involved with Red Dog Farm in lots of ways: volunteering, fostering, donating. Just go to reddogfarm.com.